Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel.
Your season of occupation. It's time to send in your application. Get to know your short-term friends. You only talk to till summer ends. The best way.
As you can tell from the title of this video, today we will be talking about acting and fun things like that. Basically, what I will be discussing today is how I film my self-tapes, and I will explain what that means if you don't know what that means, if you're not familiar with the term, and how I memorize my scripts, and how I kind of look for opportunities in my area. I will be talking about two applications or two softwares, I guess, that I use to help me get better at acting, as well as, like I was just saying, find other opportunities that are around where I live. First, I'm just gonna go over how I memorize my scripts. Now, this general method, it just kind of works for me, so it just depends on what works for you. If you have trouble memorizing things, I think this can help. I have not worked on like film, TV, and film, acting. I've only done stage acting, but I believe that this self-tape and as well as memorizing your lines can fit for both stage acting and film acting. I look through my lines, see which ones I think will be pretty easy to memorize and ones I think will have a tough time to memorize. What I do is I take sentence by sentence and I highlight the most important words that I really want to say in these lines or this monologue, and then I will take, for monologues, I will take a little chunk by chunk of paragraph. The reason why I do it piece by piece is because if I don't, I'm a very overwhelmed person as it is. So if I don't do it chunk by chunk on a paragraph, I get very, very stressed out and anxious. If you will separate it all together, you will be able to memorize each part and then bring it all together at the end, and you should be able to memorize everything. Highlighting works a whole lot. Don't be highlighter happy, because if you're highlighter happy, I feel like that kind of just looks like a coloring page. But yes, highlight the words that you think are very important, highlight the sentences that you really, really think that you need to work on. And one thing that I usually do when I am going over monologues, what I would do is I would read it first, and then I would go through and kind of write down how I would want to enunciate the certain words, and I also write down how I want to say a certain sentence or how I want to look a certain way, like by certain expressions, ways I say something. As for, highlighting, sometimes what I do is I will do different colors, so like orange will be ones that I'm good at, or yellow are the ones that I'm not good at and I would like to work on. Now for looking through a script. I look through the lines that I want to practice to myself. I read them first so I can kind of get a gist or kind of understand what's happening between the two characters. When you are reading a line, there's little brackets sometimes and they say what you're feeling. So like if you say something like, I don't understand, and then little brackets could say frustrated. So you would say, I don't understand, like very, very frustrated. If you're confused on what a normal script looks like, there are tons online that you can look up and just on pictures on Google, and it will give you little snapshots. I'm gonna go over what is a self-tape? How do you self-tape? So a self-tape basically is you performing in front of the camera, and it can be by yourself if you're performing a monologue, or with one of your friends or a family member, whoever is with you. They can read some dialogue after your dialogue when you're reading a script. That's pretty easy. You'll say your name and who you're auditioning for and things like that. Now, I've only done self-tapes for stage productions. I'm still kind of learning, as you can tell, but this is kind of stuff what I've learned so far. So self-tape, it's pretty easy. You just write your name. Sometimes I do know that some people will want you to state like your height. We've got the self-tape, memorization, and everything down. You all got a kind of gist of what that was. Now I'm going to go over the two applications that I use that kind of has helped me a little bit. First up, it's an app and a website. It's called Backstage. If you have not heard about that, basically it is people, casting directors, in your area or just around the world that are looking for certain people to fill some roles, and they will have a casting call is what it is, and they will have a explanation of the character, kind of where everything is, the setting. Will give you a premise of what they're looking for, as well as age, ethnicity, appearance. Backstage is really good. You do have to pay for it, but there is a free option, so I'm on the free option. I think the paying option allows you to get more casting calls, I believe. And the other one that I use is called SceneBot. Now, SceneBot is not a application like Backstage where you can find opportunities in your area or around the world. SceneBot lets you practice with lines and monologues and things like that, and it's such a great app. I've used it a couple of times and I love it so much, and I definitely recommend it if you're wanting to get into the acting industry. This will help you memorize lines, get a sense of what a self-tape is. Alright, so SceneBot's pretty easy to go through, so you can scroll all the way to the bottom and it'll show the past 2022 or whatever auditions, and you also can look at the latest top 10 auditions. Now click on Who's Who, and that will show you agents, casting directors, managers, people that are a part of the app. Click on Infos and Links, and that'll show you how to get into the Facebook group, things like that, and a little book that has monologues and scripts. Now click on SceneBot Originals, and that actually shows you behind the scenes things and just how the app came about. Now, to click on the robot icon, you just do that and look through everything. You can click on Get Your Script. There is the monologue for the month as well as the script for the month. You also can sign up for a pro version to get more scenes, which is a pretty cool feature. Click on the monologue, and that'll show you to the monologue of the month, and it actually highlights the words for you, which is really nice, kind of like what I was talking about, memorization. Click on the script, and that's about the same thing. Your lines are highlighted for you, and it's a little easier to figure out which lines you're reading. Now, see that top left-hand corner speech bubble? That shows you how to play the track. Click on Help, and that will help you to figure out how to record a take, work through the app. Now click on the three dots. That will show you how to email your script. You can edit the timing between lines. You can record without ABT, which is audio backtrack, which is the person you're reading with. Click on the notification bell, and that will also tell you what notifications or messages you have received recently. Click on the little profile option, actor profile on the very, very top. That is my profile. This is my acting experience, my training if I have any, special skills. So, pretty easy. Hi, we're in a different location right now, aren't we? Yes, we are. So as you can see, this is my closet. But I have a shower curtain in front of it because the doors that I have are broken. So we're just using a shower curtain, and I actually like it a lot because it's great for this purpose. I can film self-tapes in front of it, which is amazing. Do know most casting directors will want you to have a plain background that's not distracting it to the people watching the video, because same thing with like clothes and makeup. You don't want to wear too distracting clothes that will wander off from the real purpose of what you are doing. When you are doing SceneBot, I don't think they specifically want you to have a blank background, but I do recommend it for when you are doing these self-tapes for SceneBot, because you get a sense of what an actual self-tape will look like. But they don't require you to do slate your name, your age, or whatever, because the videos that I've watched of other people when they do the top 10, I haven't really seen anyone do like slating your name. And I'm back. So did you like my little setup back there? I love acting. It's been one of the things that I've loved to do since elementary school, and I mainly been doing stage acting. As I've gotten older, I've realized I prefer, film acting and TV acting other than stage acting. Now, I really like to do TV and film because I feel like it's more raw, and what I mean by raw is more like personal, and you can see their expressions, whereas on stage it's be very, very over expressive and very, very over exaggerated. I hope you enjoyed today's acting tips and tricks video. This will be part of my hobbies playlist, so if you want to see other videos that are in my hobbies playlist. Go ahead and check that out. I really want to do more acting scenes. I've only done one, Stranger Things. If you want to check that out, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, but basically that is one scene that I did for a theater project my first semester of college last year, and I posted that this past May, so you should check that out if you want to. I hope you got a sense of what acting is like, what TV and film acting is like, and what it entails, and kind of get a sense of how to film a self-tape. Now, I probably didn't do it very well. Just what I've learned, and I'm sure there are other videos out there that explain it much better than I ever did. Have a great rest of your day, or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Employee discounts will be our fault when we make our money.